This is episode 106 of The Place of Sound, and I'm your host, Katarina Kalinowska. If you're tuning in for the first time, The Place of Sound is a show that explores themes of space and place through sound and listening. Most episodes feature work produced by students in Comms 4501, a fourth-year digital media production course here at Carleton University. You might hear audio portraits, soundscape compositions, or short documentary pieces, all made by students thinking through the places that shaped who they are. This episode is a little different. Instead of student work from the course, what you'll hear tonight comes from a field recording I made at a live event. But the spirit is the same, listening closely to people and to place. On the evening of March 25, the Carleton Communications Student Society took over Craft Beer Market at Lansdowne for what they called Comms Industry Night. Doors opened at 6:30, and the idea was pretty straightforward. Get students in room with alumni and working professionals, keep things relaxed, and just let people talk. No panels and no pressure. Just honest conversation about a field everyone in the room has in common. I was there with my recorder. Throughout the night, I spoke with the student organizers who built the event, with students experiencing their first professional networking night, and with alumni and industry guests who came back, many of them eager to because they remembered being in those same shoes. What you will hear next is a snapshot of that night. The organizers explain what they were hoping to create and why. The students reflect on what it felt like to be there, and the alumni and career professionals offer something harder to find in the classroom: honest perspective on navigating a field that is broad, competitive, and still very much worth pursuing.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Raquel Loth.
What are you doing here today?
I am the VP of Communications for the Carleton Communications Society, and today we are here at the CCS Comms Industry Night event, which I'm really excited about. The turnout is amazing right now.
Why did you decide to organize this night?
I think that this is a great opportunity for students to connect with each other, to get to know people in the industry, and to learn about the different avenues in comms. There's this common misconception of communications kind of being this throwaway degree, which is not true. There are so many different areas that you can go into, so many different avenues, and we're here to show students that. We have invited some alumni. We also invited professionals from the industry, and there's a lot of alumni that are professionals from the industry, and we're looking to connect students to the broader comms industry here in Ottawa and kind of showcase to them the importance of networking. And so that's why we're running this event, and it's been fantastic.
Hi, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I am the VP of Special Events with the Carleton Communications Society.
What is tonight about?
So tonight is a really casual networking event that we have set up for students in the communications field. We knew that we wanted to do some sort of industry alumni panel at some point this year, and ultimately we came to the decision to kind of have a more informal, professional, but relaxed in terms of structured event to give students an opportunity to make industry connections outside of the classroom and off campus sort of thing, to not necessarily to bring their resumes and get hired on the spot, but just to kind of build those connections and start to put themselves out there, and hopefully a low stress environment.
Got it. Was it hard to involve alumni and experts?
Honestly, not really. Like, we kind of had the entire CCS executive team on it, so we had everyone reaching out to people either that they knew or that they, like, in industries that they were interested in the Ottawa area. And we've had, like, a really, really high number of responses from people that we reached out to. And, like, overall, like, the feedback that I heard from them leading up to the event was just that they were excited to come and meet students and, like, see the, like, talent and, like, who was out there. Not necessarily because they're hiring right now, but they were, like, really excited to just come and, like, meet people. We have, like, it's about 50-50, so a lot of alumni here as well, some recent grads, some a little bit longer, and, like, they were just excited to come back and, like, chat with everybody. So yeah, it surprisingly was not difficult at all, which I'm really grateful for.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Sarah Richter. I'm the current president of the Communications Society. I'm in my 4th and final year at Carleton in Communication and Media Studies.
So today is this networking event.
Yeah.
What other kinds of events does the CCS do?
It kind of, so just going off of what we've done for the whole year, I kind of have had, I've wanted to do a bit more career-focused events. So obviously it's important to network, and we did a bit of that at the start with professors and popping with profs. And then we did some fun events, you know, with the paint night, and we've done stuff like that. But we've been pushing for this industry event for a while and we had a Bell Media tour. So for people who are interested in getting into, you know, it's more, well, not even just journalism, but, you know, that kind of media side of everything. Yeah.
I see. And you said you wanted to focus on the career.
Yeah.
Is that something that came from the students, or is it just your own kind of aspiration?
I mean, my own, but I'm assuming students as well. I feel like because comms is such a broad program, it can be really hard for students to narrow down what they want to do. And even now that I'm in 4th year, I don't know what I want to do long term or even short term, just really anything. But being able to talk to people who have been in your shoes before and who are successful kind of, I don't know, can be inspiring and give some hope and I don't know, a friendly face to network with. So if you are interested in going into sports or whatever, media or whatever, you kind of have somebody who you can possibly reach out to or lean on or something like that. So that was kind of the goal with this, and something that I wish I had, you know, in earlier years when CCS wasn't as involved because of COVID. So, yeah.
Hi, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm a first-year student at Carleton.
How did you find out about tonight?
I'm a member of CCS, so I found it through their Instagram accounts and my emails. So, yeah.
Did you become a member, like, recently, or?
I became a member at the beginning of the school year, so not very recently, but in my first year, so first time.
Is it the first event you're attending?
It's my second. Yeah.
What was the first one?
I attended the CTV tour that they were doing, which I found very, very cool and very interesting.
I see.
Yeah.
Is being a member of CCS beneficial to you?
Yes, it's been very fun to find out like all these events and meeting the people, so it's been pretty cool. Even I haven't attended many events, but the heads of the club are very nice and very nice people.
I see. Would you say it's easier to find out about stuff on campus and just in general through them?
I would say so, because they post it and they're very consistent with it, which I find is very good if you want to find out about events and stuff. Yeah.
How's the networking going for you tonight?
Oh, it's a lot. It's kind of nerve-wracking. It's my first networking event, and I'm kind of scared of going up to people. But I hope it'll get easier over the years. So fingers crossed.
It will.
Yeah, I hope so.
Speaking from experience, it will. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cameron.
Hi, nice to meet you, Cameron.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
How have you heard about tonight? Like, how did you learn about it?
Oh, I heard about it because I was at the last comms event and they were all advertising it, but also it was all over Instagram, so it was very nice. Like, I could send it to my buddies and ask them to come. None of them came, but I was able to share it easily, and that's how I also found out about it, and I knew when it was.
Have you became a member of CCS recently?
No, I've been a member for 2 years, yeah, and I don't regret it one bit. It's been the best decision of my university career, yeah. I've met all sorts of people, I've opportunities such as this, and I've learned so much tonight, so I'm really happy I joined.
For any listener who is connected to comms right now or doesn't know about CCS, what would you tell them?
I would tell them it's a great opportunity to meet more people in your field. I've met a lot of friends through CCS, and I've also just felt more proud to be in comms, and I felt like it's put me a couple steps forward. I've learned a lot about what I can do with my degree, and I feel like I have more connections who will help me out in the future and just help me where I'm at right now. I can talk to them about what I'd like to do in the future, where I'm at right now. I see them in my classes, so really, if you're in comms, it's a great thing to do, and even if you're not, the events are just so much fun.
Could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Ewan. I'm a fourth-year comms student at Carleton.
Have you been a member throughout your years at school, or have you become a member recently?
This is actually my first event, so no, I haven't been.
I see. How did you find out about it?
A couple girls in my classes are representatives, and they did a good job of selling the event tonight.
Are you regretting the fact that you haven't been a member throughout your school career?
Oh, absolutely. I wish I came out and got to meet all these people sooner. It's been a great time so far.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yep. My name is Jamie Sadgrove, and I use they/them pronouns.
What are you doing here?
Sure. So I'm an alum of the Carleton Bachelor of Communication and Media Studies. I graduated in 2020, and I got a message on LinkedIn asking if I would be interested in coming. And I think this is a really great idea for an event. I find the job market really challenging right now, and I have a decent amount of work experience, and I've been working for 5 years. And so I think the opportunity to kind of talk with current students and hear what they're experiencing, and maybe if I can provide a little bit of advice, was a really cool idea.
You're working in academia right now in Carleton, correct?
Yes, yeah. So I work in a staff role. I'm not an instructor, but I work at the university for the Faculty of Science.
I see. And you said it's important for the students right now to attend these events. Why do you think so?
Yeah, I think even just the opportunity to meet other students and kind of get to know your peers, but then I think also the opportunity to meet alum and to hear from them and network. You never know when a career opportunity or a relationship that might be helpful for both of you might be formed.
Yeah, and right now it's pretty, the situation for a lot of students is pretty dire with finding job opportunities and stuff like that. Would you say these events improve that, and these networking in person, is it actually worth it?
100%. I think, it definitely can't hurt. I think anything you're doing to put yourself out there is a good idea. Even if nothing else, it's a way to get more comfortable talking to strangers. But I also think, in my own career, so many job opportunities that I didn't expect have come from people I met at a work mixer or at a party. And I think, you never know where your next opportunity is going to come from.
For the students that listen to us right now, what would be your advice?
That's a really good question. I think my advice would be, it's kind of a two-parter. I think saying yes to opportunities and trying as many new things as possible, because anything, finding out you enjoy something is really good information. But then I think the flip side of that is not knowing your worth so that you're not saying yes to things that are taking advantage of you, if that makes sense.
Could you please introduce yourself?
For sure. My name's Andrew Willimek. I work in communications in digital media with the Ottawa Black Bears and Ottawa Senators.
How long ago did you graduate?
So I went to U Ottawa. I graduated. I still haven't had my graduation. I finished classes last summer, graduating this summer, but I've been in the workforce for about 6 months now.
Nice. How did you, was it hard to find a job you like?
It was a struggle, but honestly, if you put in the work, you have a portfolio and things like that, I think things will work out in the end. But yeah, definitely a lot of sleepless nights and things like that, but it all works out. I was only out of a job after graduation for a couple months, so I can't complain too much.
I see. Do you enjoy what you do right now?
I love it. It's like a dream. I get to work in sports. I get to, on one of my teams, the Black Bears, it's a lacrosse team in the NLL. I get to really make a difference. I'm their main comms contact. I write pretty much everything that goes on their website, but also connect with local media and things like that. With the Sens, I play a little bit of a smaller role. I just interview players and write articles and things like that. But at the same time, it's an 82-game season. There's lots of things going on. You're always around the team, and get to tell a lot of really cool stories.
So if you're not from Carleton, how did you find out about this event?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Bryn just reached out on LinkedIn. I think there's a lot of people here that were interested in sports, so I connected with a lot of Carleton people, and yeah, had a really fun night.
I see. For any listeners who are interested in comms and sports and comms, what would you tell them?
Two things. First, just have a portfolio, do work, whether it be volunteer or paid, but work with your local student newspaper, work with the Ravens or the GGs. And then second is just prepare really hard for your interviews. If you get an interview, there was one time a lot earlier in my student days that I slept in for an interview. That's not how I prepare them for them these days. I think I take 4 to 5 hours on every single step of the interview process, and that's all it is just selling yourself with confidence, right? Dress well, prepare well for your interviews, get lots of sleep, eat well, and act the part.
What was the most insightful thing from tonight for you?
I think just seeing how many people were in my shoes, just a couple years ago, and they're in first or second or third year or even fourth year, and they haven't quite reached out yet. But I made a leap of faith, I'd say, when I was in my third year and joining our student newspaper, and I just encouraged people to do the same. And that's what I told them: is just have some work, get involved with some people. That's what I saw a lot of tonight.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Misa Mendez Kobayashi, and I am the Outreach and Engagement Officer for Co-op and Career Services at Carleton University.
How did you find tonight?
It's been a really great experience. The students are so engaged and they have such thoughtful questions, and it's really great to, especially through my work through Co-op and Career Services, to be able to offer them reassurance about the career journey and the path and it not being linear, and being able to offer some perspective.
As a person who works with co-op students, what would you be what was your main advice today?
I think, so I don't work directly with co-op students. I work and support the teams who work with students and with faculty and employers. And I think one of the key pieces of advice is that success is not black and white. Students often put so much internal pressure on themselves to succeed right away. And I think a lot of the points that I've been highlighting tonight is that success, it can be on such a spectrum. For coming to a networking event like tonight, you could be someone who's really shy, and success can be having one really meaningful, engaging conversation with them. And that is a success that can contribute to your career, because you never know where that contact is going to lead and what you can learn from those conversations. So I think it is opening your mind and being open to the idea that success can really be a spectrum of things, and the career journey is not linear.
I see. And in your opinion, what is the best part about networking?
I think it's an opportunity to have conversations. I think the word networking can really be intimidating to a lot of people. You think you have to be very extroverted, but thinking of it, and one of the things we try to highlight at Co-op and Career Services is that it's much more organic. It can be a simple conversation with someone. Even tonight, I felt nervous coming. So looking for someone who's maybe standing alone, you engage them in conversation. You can just think of it as an opportunity to learn from other people, to have conversations. And I think that can take some of the scariness out of networking.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Aria Platsboyle. Yeah. I work at Speech Language Pathology and Audiology Canada. It's SAC for short. I'm a Public Affairs and Communications Officer.
I see. Are you Carleton alumni?
I am. I graduated in 2024.
I see. Oh, so pretty recent.
Pretty recently in the spring. Yeah.
I see. Was it hard to get a job, like after graduation?
Yes, it was. Yeah, in Ottawa, I would say I came out, I was already working part-time when I graduated with a communications agency, and I ended up actually moving home to get a job there because I found a lot of the stuff in Ottawa was government related, and if you weren't already working there I didn't take a co-op, which was a bold choice in retrospect, but if you didn't already have it as a co-op or an FSWAP position, it was incredibly hard to get. And I returned to Ottawa in November of the same year, and that's when I started applying for jobs, and I got my job in late December. But I applied to probably like 300 or 400 before I got the one I have. Yeah.
Makes sense. Do you find that these events are helpful for students, and would be helpful like when you were a student and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I was a student, they had Pop In with the Profs, which was like it was hosted at Ollie's, and you could go and meet the profs and get advice. And I honestly didn't utilize them enough, but I was involved with a lot of extracurriculars. I was in Greek Life at the time, and I did Relay for Life, and I volunteered with both of them. And it's actually what got me most of my jobs now. I would recommend these kinds of things to anybody who attends them. Yeah.
So for any of the listeners, what would be your advice?
Take every free course you can find on the internet, Coursera, HTML coding, all of it. Learn every single thing you can, and be bold and overestimate yourself. Apply for every job, even though you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I could get that. Apply for it anyway. Like, shoot higher than you expect.
How did you find students today?
Really great. I feel like I was really nervous myself because I am a new grad, and I was like, I feel like some of the professionals here are like really, really impressive.
Yeah.
And I thought, no one's going to talk to me. And I actually had some really incredible conversations with students. I was so impressed at how so many of them already know what they want to do. They're so driven. It was really incredible. Yeah.
I see. What are your plans for the future? Like, are you planning to stay in comms? Do you think that's like a good idea?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like negative talk around comms right now because everyone feels like our jobs are going to be replaced by AI. But I think comms at its core is storytelling and connecting with people, and you can't replace that. So I really want to follow that for the rest of my life, I think. Yeah.
What is your insight from tonight? Like, did you like it?
I did. I really did. I found out a lot of things. I found out not to take co-op because a lot of people are dropping it. And I find that the people that I have talked to, their jobs are pretty cool. And it is more of the realm that I want to go into, which is great.
Nice. I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Will you be coming back to CCS events in the future?
For sure. Yes. 100%.
Well, I was really interested in sports media, and I was talking to this one guy, and he works for the Ottawa Senators and the Ottawa Black Bears lacrosse team, and he was telling me that, he grew up wanting to work for things like Sportsnet and TSN, and I was the exact same. But what he was telling me is that it's more advantageous to join a specific team because all these teams are growing their own media and communications groups, whereas these bigger companies are actually shrinking. So now I'm going to be looking more to join a specific team. So whether that's, in the NHL, PWHL, NBA, WNBA, I'd be really happy to send my resume out to a specific team rather than to the media companies like TSN and Sportsnet.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Will you come back for more CCS events in the future?
No doubt about it.
That's great to hear.
Just got to learn a lot of perspectives on the industry and all of the different career paths you can take. So yeah, it's been cool.
Well, I think it was a successful night. I was a bit stressed because I always get stressed when it comes to events like this, but I think people enjoyed themselves. At least I hope they did. I hope they were able to network themselves, make connections on LinkedIn. And I think that the industry people were pretty excited as well. They kind of seemed very excited to talk to students and, I don't know, get to know what we were interested in. So, yeah.
Any listeners right now who are listening to the show do not know about Carleton Student Society or comms, what would you tell them?
Become a general member, put yourself out there, and there's some amazing people in our degree that probably want similar things to you, different things to you, and it's about learning about other people's experiences and getting to know people, making a network within the school. Carleton's a huge school, huge campus, and as someone who lives at home, it was a great opportunity for me to meet people in my area and people that I'm now like friends with as well, like that I can study with, that I can communicate with about different classes, and it's just an opportunity to meet new people. And it's lots of fun events that are not just all networking. There's some more relaxed events. There's study snacks where we study all together, but it's like fun. And there's all sorts of events that we're leading throughout the year, and this is our last event of the 2025-2026 school year, but there's more to come next year, and we're also hiring some people. So if you're interested in taking it up a notch and joining and learning about kind of the inner workings of planning events, of running social media, of promoting events to different classes, if you want to improve your presentation skills by becoming a gear rep, I'd say do it. Step out of that comfort zone and get out there.
By the end of the evening, the conversations were still going. Students were exchanging contexts, guests were lingering, and the room had that particular energy of people who came in a little uncertain and are leaving with a little more direction. What stood out to me across all the voices I heard that night was not a single piece of advice or a clear roadmap. It was something more honest than that. The acknowledgement that the path is rarely linear, that networking does not have to feel transactional, and that showing up, even if it feels uncomfortable, tends to be worth it. Thank you to everyone who took a few minutes to speak with me that night, and sincere thank you to Carleton Communications Student Society for welcoming me in. This has been The Place of Sound.